It's a pretty beautiful park over here. I hope the reception is good. Yeah, it's a little chilly out here. That's one thing I did not expect because this is more inland, though this is a classified location. I'm not going to give away where I'm at right now. I've never delivered the gospel in this area before. This is completely new for me. I mean, I've driven through here a couple of times and that's probably it. Wait for some more people to join as I pace back and forth. The problem with it being so cold is that I wanted to put my phone in my breast pocket and just film that way. There's actually a couple problems. Problem number one, I just tested it out, is that it kind of looks down too much like that. So you're just basically going to be seeing the street. So what I'm going to have to do is hold it in my hand. Now that's not ideal either. And that's why I wish I had the mountain bike. It would be a lot more easier to do it that way. But oh well, next time I will plan better. It's my first time doing a live video, doing anything, sharing the gospel. You know, I may have done some Facebook stuff in the past, some Facebook live stuff, but this is the first time doing something like this. A little bit nervous, but I just hope I come across as myself. I'm nothing, just someone who's passionate about, and we'll talk about UFOs and stuff as well. Yeah, it's a beautiful park here in this undisclosed location. Still says 0 people, so I'm waiting for a little bit. And I also want to wait for it to get more dark. Yeah, but the other problem too about using the bike tonight, it's a chilly night, and you can see I have the breast pocket here, but because it's chilly, I want to wear something. I brought a couple of different jackets. This is the best one, and it kind of goes like that a little bit, gets in the way of the camera. So there is that issue to contend with as well. So yeah, I'm probably just going to hold it with my left hand and kind of steer my bike and deliver with my right hand. We'll see how that works. I just hope I don't drop my phone. And I might be sniffing a little bit. So let me sit down here and show you guys what I've got in my bag. I hope the reception is good. So here's I call it the evangelism bag. It is actually just a disc golf bag, repurposed for that. So the gospel tracks I'll be using tonight are mostly going to be these booklet tracks from Living Waters. It is 4 things you need to know about God. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but first of all, God is holy and just. Oh, I think my phone just lost connection for a second. Yeah, God is holy and just. That's point number 1. Point number 2, his word says the wages of sin is death. Oh, I think it's just rotating. That's why I gotta be careful. And then point number 3, and these are great gospel tracks, by the way, from Living Waters. Anything from Living Waters is going to be great, either Living Waters or Gospel Track Planet. This one, point number 3, God is rich in mercy to all that call upon him. And lastly, point number 4 is God offers eternal life through Jesus Christ. So this is the primary gospel tract I'm using tonight. I wanted to use a booklet tract because it is thicker and heavier, and I'll be delivering to newspaper boxes. So what else do I have in here? I have a few Gospel of Johns. I'll probably deliver some of those as well. These are awesome, by the way. Awesome from Living Waters. Whew, it is chilly tonight. I have some comic book tracks from Living Waters right here. But basically, the tracks that I use, it goes into the law and it shows the sinner that we are in desperate need of the Savior. It goes through the 10 Commandments, which I like. Uses the law. Galatians 3:24 is a great verse about that concept. This is a beautiful park. Whew, man, I'm getting cold. So yeah, as I said before, I'm going to be taking the bike. Got my gospel track bag. Swinging around. Whew. So here we go. Here's my bike. I wish I had the mountain bike. It's just easier for what I'm about to do. Now I'm going to try to hold my phone like so while delivering with my right hand. That's going to be a little bit difficult. I was going to put it in my breast pocket, But seeing how I just tested it out before, I'll put it in right now. I'm afraid I'm going to accidentally stop the live stream or hit a button I don't want to hit. So when I'm delivering, I'm going to be looking down a little bit, and that just doesn't make for a good video. So that's why I'm going to try to hold it. Hopefully I don't drop my phone. So, oh boy, we'll see. Hey there, Lizzie. How's it going? I'm about to deliver some gospel tracts curbside in a undisclosed location. It's classified. But yeah, I thought maybe talk about UFOs and just whatever else. I'm not going to be looking at the live chat too much just because of what I'm doing this time. This is like fully brand new for me. Like I've never done anything like this before, doing a live thing like this while delivering gospel tracts. But this is something I like to do. I like to go to different areas. I'm from Manitowoc, Wisconsin. So whether it's Manitowoc, Green Bay, Appleton, some smaller town like I'm in right now, deliver gospel tracts to newspaper boxes. And I'll take the bike usually, and yeah. So, what time is it right now? It is 8:35 local time. So I'm gonna get going, I think. Hold on, I'm just gonna mess around with my brightness on my phone. Turn that down. All right. Let's just start walking. I got some Living Waters gospel tracts in my bag. Again, it is a disc golf bag repurposed. Oh, I gotta grab my helmet. That would be wise. Should probably do that. So yeah, I love to share the gospel. I have another YouTube channel called Parade the Gospel, where I talk about all kinds of different ways to get the gospel out. So if you want to, if nothing else, just sub over there. I had to set the phone down for a second. Hold on. All right. In late 2002, I was on a bike ride. It was December. And I don't know what happened, but I had a concussion. I'm pretty sure I had my helmet on, but I don't remember for sure, because it might have just been like the front part of my head. And regardless of me having a helmet on, wouldn't have mattered. I still cracked it and had a mild concussion. 12 years later, discovered I had a lesion on my brain that was kind of significantly big. And that's probably that probably explains a few things about me. I'm a little crazy when it comes to getting the gospel out. I say this a lot on my other channel on Parade the Gospel, that if anyone is disqualified from getting the gospel out due to some limitation, it would be me, because I am extraordinarily shy, lots of social anxiety. But when you're passionate, you will find a way. All right, where there's a will, there's a way. Whatever saying you want to use. Sorry if there's too much of a clicking sound from my bike that you hear right now. Hopefully once I'm riding, it won't be as bad, because when you pedal, the sound isn't there. But yeah, I was originally going to put this in my breast pocket. Maybe I still will for a little bit. It's cold. But again, for those who are just joining, says there's only one person watching right now, but got some gospel tracts in here, mostly from Living Waters, if not all from Living Waters. I'm going to be primarily using this booklet tract because it's heavier, doesn't blow away as much. There's some like kids or something outside over here, so I'm going to just bike past. I got my racing bike today. I should have grabbed a mountain bike, but oh well. I'm going to bike past this group of people over here before I start talking again, so give me a moment to do that. But again, the idea is to deliver gospel tracts into newspaper boxes along the road, not mailboxes that would not be legal, just newspaper boxes. And yeah, I love doing this. Usually I use the Runkeeper app. I'm trying to develop an app. I've been talking about it for a number of years now. I want to develop an app that it's kind of like Runkeeper. It tracks your progress, and it can be shared among other evangelists around the nation, to see where other people have been, and just fill in those blanks and get the gospel out all over. Lots of great ideas. I talk about it on my Parade the Gospel YouTube channel. A couple years ago, I made a video about that, and every time I have another idea for it, I will post in the comment section underneath that video. But I'm going to pass these people, so hold on. Hopefully the reception is okay. I'm not going to be biking fast, by the way, and I'm delivering, so I don't know how much wind interference there's going to be right now. Yeah, it's cold. But yeah, these big boxes right there, that's what I'll be hitting up in just a little bit. Hello. I like to do this at night, you know, the cover of darkness. There, I just hope I don't drop my phone again. I was going to use my breast pocket. We'll start talking more openly in just a little bit. Again, I'm not going to be really paying too much attention to the live chat. Alright, maybe I will put this in my breast pocket. For a little bit, at least. Alright, it's really simple. I'll be slowing up to a mailbox that has a newspaper box by it. And just toss it in there. Boop, toss it in. Just like that. It's as simple as that. I was thinking about walking and doing it, but I'm just going to bike and do it. So... okay, again, hopefully I'm not pressing buttons in here. Alright, we'll try the breast pocket for a little bit. If I accidentally X off of it, I'll try to stay as upright as I can. Otherwise, you're just going to be seeing the pavement on the ground. Alright, we'll see how this is. Again, I really should have used the mountain bike. Trying to look. It looks like it's okay. So yeah, maybe it'll be just fine. I'll just, again, try to stay upright. Try not to let my jacket get in the way. Got the gospel tract. Now, the problem with it being on the left breast pocket is you're not going to be able to see me throw it in the mailbox. Or, not mailbox, the newspaper box. But that's okay. You can just use your imagination. I'm trying to look that way a little bit. There's the slot for the newspaper thing. Boom, it's in. Just like that. Might look kind of weird. Some guy talking to himself. But, you know, a lot of people have those, like, headphones or whatever that you can, not earphones or whatever they are, where you can take phone calls. Alright, hopefully that's looking good. So, yeah, I mentioned before how I like to use the Runkeeper app. Basically, it tracks your, you know, biking progress, running progress, whatever. You can see where you have been, and it really helps. Like, you can look at it while you're doing something like this, and okay, I've already been down that road, so let's go down the road over here, or whatever. So it's great to have, and hopefully I can develop that app I was talking about. So yeah, this is it. I'm just gonna go where there doesn't appear to be any people. Trying to look at my phone to get into my breast pocket. Again, I won't be able to pay attention to the live chat this way, but this is something I'll probably do more often in the future with other people. I think it'd be great to do it with other people. Alright, reaching for a gospel tract. It's a lot of people with their garage doors open, so sometimes I'll just bypass them for now. That's why I like to do this in the cover of night when there's fewer people outside. And I do it during the day sometimes too. It's not to say I only do that at night. But I've reached, you know, thousands and thousands of people even just this way. But if you check out my YouTube channel, Parade the Gospel, I share all kinds of different ways to get the gospel out. Primarily parades, but there are of course other ways to get the gospel out. But speaking of parades, we have one coming up. It's Memorial Day on Monday already. I'm surprised that this year is already halfway over almost. But yeah, you can just grab a handful of gospel tracts by yourself and just go at it. I try to encourage people all the time. If you have 100 gospel tracts, that's all you even just one gospel tract. That's all you want to do is just try it out. Step out into the parade. People expect to get things for free. Watch this. Just like that. Just gave them a gospel tract. But yeah, parades, they say Happy Memorial Day, Happy 4th of July, Merry Christmas, whatever. You don't even have to say anything, and people will grab a gospel tract from you. Because again, people expect to get things for free. So, anyways, yeah, I said that we would talk about UFOs while I'm out here delivering gospel tracts. I'm riding into the wind right now. Maybe I should walk it. I don't know. Let's find a place where there's more boxes. But I'll look on the map and find out, okay, where am I going to go? You can use Google Maps and do a street view to find out if there are deliverable boxes in that area by, seeing if there's any curbside boxes. I'll definitely have to do this more when it warms up. Alright, starting to get out to the country over here, I think. We don't want to do that. Alright, reach into my bag, grab a tract, spin around, got a few boxes over here, in. Sometimes I'll accidentally drop it onto the ground. I'll just have to circle around and put it back in there. And it's in. And it's in. It's 3 people right there. Looks like we got another one coming up. Sometimes, like right now, there's a car behind me and in front of me. I might not deliver. Just self-conscious, would they think I'm trying to do something to their mailbox? I don't know. So I'll just wait till they pass and circle around, go back to it. Not a big deal. I like to be discreet. What can I say? Just pay attention to people that might be watching through the windows and such. And it's in. It's 4 people right there. But yeah, a lot of times I go pretty fast, and depending on how close houses are together, you can get a lot out right away. Kind of a businessy area. I'm just gonna go over here a little bit, hang a right, and then we'll be back at it. But yeah, I've never been to this area before. It's not only curbside delivery. We have done house to house or door to door before. Me and some friends will go out and hang stuff. And even a couple of times we actually knocked on doors and gave away some free Bibles that way. That was kind of a pretty cool idea that we should do again. The second time that we did that, we actually went into somebody's house and talked for a while, me and my friend. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, it's really an adventure out there, guys. Getting the gospel out to as many people as possible. Brainstorming different ways to do that can be a lot of fun. A lot of great memories. But do I like to go biking outside of gospel tracks? Yes. Oftentimes I'll do a 100-mile bike ride. Well, I shouldn't say oftentimes as in recently, it's been a little while, but when I do those now, I'll bring gospel tracks with me as much as I can carry. And during that 100-mile or 62-mile whatever bike ride I do, I'll deliver gospel tracks on the way. I think I've already delivered one right there, yeah. Already been in this area. I just did a great big circle. I'll take a left over here. That'll be a new spot. But anyway, so why have I created this channel on UFOs or UAP? Well, I basically got kind of fed up with other Christians not taking this subject seriously because it is an inherently spiritual topic. Whenever if you listen to like a podcast or YouTube video about this subject from non-Christians, then you can't help but having the discussion go into the spiritual. You know, they'll often talk about, oh, what are the religious people going to think, or whatever. Or they'll mock the idea that, you know, it could be demonic, because Christians believe, most Christians anyway, will say that right away. And I'm not disagreeing with that sentiment or that idea that it is. But why do I say in my channel name Christians for UAP disclosure? Well, there's a number of reasons, but one of them is that we simply do not have all the facts. Like, yeah, we've heard stories of what has supposedly happened, and we don't know for sure what's true, what's not. And, you know, we kind of speak based off of that. Oh, then therefore it must be demonic right away without knowing all the facts. Like, some of it could be technology. Some of it could certainly be spiritual or demonic, or maybe even angelic, not just demonic. Could be a lot of different things. Or maybe it is life from another planet, although I don't think that's what it is at all. But it could be multiple different things, not just one thing. Yeah, where can we go from that? But yeah, I mean, it's basically why my channel name is that. I think we as Christians should want to know all the facts before we start analyzing the issue. I think Christians should be the first on the scene to this issue when it's talked about in public discourse. I think we're the ones who are, well, first of all, you know, to protect the church from any potential deception that can come from this. That's first, that's primary, that's scriptural. I can't remember the Bible verse is slipping my mind right now. But there's that. But then secondary, protect those who are of the world, who are non-believers, from deception. And those are the people that we want to reach with the gospel, obviously. So it's kind of twofold in that sense. But there are other reasons why I think it would be important to get disclosure. Now, with disclosure comes the chance for a narrative to be spun with it. So we just have to be wise about that. I wonder if I can turn the light on here. Oh, here a dog is coming after me? No. Well, I've had to outrun dogs many a time while on the bike. I'm gonna stop at this corner over here and look at my phone. See what's up. if there's anything going on in the live chat and see if I got a text from the missus. All right. Oh, nope, nothing's going on there. Do I have any messages? Nope, doesn't look like it. All right, well, I mean, it's a good test run, I suppose. But yeah, this is what it's like. Have they gone down this way yet? That's why it's important to have like a Runkeeper app or something, so you know where you have been. Yeah, maybe I'll just talk for a little bit, and if people want to join, they can. Yeah, so we can talk about, man, where do we go? That's why I wish there was a live chat going on, so we can pick a subject or pick something surrounding the subject, like, I don't know, for instance, the release that came out yesterday with the UFO files. Anybody see anything interesting with that? Talk about that. I didn't, what's weird is that I went to the website, the Department of War, DOW.gov, I think it is, / is it UFO? I can't remember the exact website address, but went to it. Okay, now the second batch, there's like two tabs. One says second release or whatever it's called. You know when you see it. And then I saw 2 videos, and that's it. And then the rest after that were PDF files. And if you go down far enough, it goes into the first tranche, as they call it, the first and second tranche, or tranche, whatever. So yeah, I don't know how you can view all the videos. I mean, maybe I just didn't know where to look. But everybody else seemed to find them just fine. So I had to rely on watching other people's YouTube videos and stuff like that, or whatever people shared on Twitter, X, Facebook. But I'm not sure how they found them. But the first thing I was watching was Vetted. It's a well-known channel on UFOs, and he was doing a live stream talking about the release and going through all the videos and such, and he was not having it at all. He was not happy about it. The other people I've watched were more optimistic about it, and a lot of people are just happy just the fact that they were releasing anything at all. So, hold on, I gotta get some gospel tracks out. Switch hands here. And sometimes when I do this, I may not necessarily get every single box. That's okay. There's 2 boxes side by side with that last one I just did. Sometimes you gotta come to a complete stop, or if you're good like me, have 2 in your hand at once, and then just throw them both in there, one after the other. There's a way to do it. It's kind of a nice night out now. Seems like it, well, maybe not warmed up a little bit, but maybe I'm just used to the temperature. I'm moving my body more, I'm biking. But I definitely have to do this to my Parade the Gospel YouTube channel more often. This is really my first time doing something like this. So, gospel track, newspaper box, bam, gets in. Grab another one. That one doesn't have a newspaper box. Now, there are things that you can do when somebody does not have a newspaper box. You can drop a 10 Commandment coin, also from Living Waters, or a nugget of truth, which we've got another YouTube channel called Nuggets of Truth Rock Ministry. And while I don't have the gospel on the rock itself, you paint rocks basically, or draw on rocks, use marker, whichever one. But you can have a gospel sharing website on it. So that's another option. You can drop those by mailboxes with no newspaper boxes, and they still get something at the very least. And you just trust in the sovereignty of God. All right, here's another one. Boom, it's in. Easy as that. But yeah, I like to do that out in the country, especially. You know, people out there. I just love to get the gospel out in no man's land. People who think that, oh, nobody knows me out here, no one's going to be thinking about me, you know, God certainly isn't going to be caring about me. And then they get a gospel tract. It could be on a dead-end street out in the middle of nowhere, and somebody came by to give them a gospel tract. There's just something about that idea. I'm going to check, see if I got any messages here. Nope. Yeah, I've been delivering gospel tracts like this for a long time. Never had any issues really. I mean, just a couple of stories, nothing huge. Sometimes you can do this by car as well. I should probably mention that. I've done that a few times, not a lot. But me and my friend do that a number of times before. We do this with gospel tracts, and we've even done it with DVDs. Now, nobody really watches DVDs anymore, but you know, it's just not too many years ago we had a bunch of 180 movie DVDs, Evolution versus God DVDs, and a few others from Ray Comfort, Living Waters. I still have a bunch of DVDs somewhere, but you know, I still have some to give away. We'll be coming up on Woodview Lane. I saw that before and it made me think of worldview. I mean, this is a matter of worldviews, right? This whole UAP subject. I personally believe that there is great potential for deception coming up in short order, and it's kind of a shame that Christians are not paying attention to it. I know I'm not really talking a lot right now about UAP and stuff, just that nobody's there in the live chat to talk to. So I'd rather talk about this anyway. I'm getting the gospel out. But yeah, I hope this inspires somebody out there to do just the same. Where are we at time-wise right now? These are 33 minutes? But yeah, time-wise, or probably just need for a tiny bit more. I'll start heading back. My family's going to be back home shortly anyway. And I got a little bit of a drive to get home. I don't think I've been down this way yet. I think these are all quartz. Yeah, I've got thousands of gospel tracts at home. I need to start getting rid of them. And I don't mean that in a bad sense, like, oh, I gotta get rid of them. I mean that other people need them, therefore I have to get rid of them, sort of way. And I'm sure the missus would like to have more room freed up. So I got a Gospel of John right here. I'm going to get that. Let's see what these people are. Special delivery. I did pray beforehand. Make sure you do that. I think I'm at a dead end right here. Dropped off another one. And another. Again, I'm not getting 100% of houses right now. I'm just kind of demonstrating this for people. It smells like spray paint. Sorry for all the bouncing. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start heading back in. Give it maybe just a couple more. Yeah, I'll do this more often. This is kind of fun. Talking about doing a live thing. But yeah, I've never had issues as far as like legal issues or whatever, or people stopping me from doing something like this. There was one time I was helping out a friend of mine running for a political office, and he was asking if anybody wanted to help distribute his flyers. So I thought, well, I mean, I have done this with gospel tracts for a long time. Sure, I can help out. And the idea was to go out in the country, bike around and deliver to newspaper boxes, just like I'm doing right now. So I parked at a park. This was in Two Creeks, I believe. Two Creeks, Wisconsin, right along Lake Michigan. Parked there early in the morning. It was still dark out. It's pretty close to the nuclear plant too. So I think one of the first things I did is, like, in the pitch darkness, took my bike out past the nuclear plant. It's kind of funny talking about nuclear plant, and this is UAP channel. All those things are related, but I'm not even sure where I am right now. I might have to get my map out on my phone and stop the stream. Anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah, so I was helping him out, delivering. It was pitch black at first, and after a few hours, what street is this? Okay, I know where I am now. After a few hours, I came back because I was going to grab some more flyers, and there's a cop car there. And he came out and talked to me, and I'm freaking out. He said that, oh, somebody reported, somebody was going around looking like they were messing with people's mailboxes, and I wasn't. I was just delivering newspaper boxes. So I explained that. He didn't even care to look at what I had. He was all chill with it, totally fine, not a big deal. Everything was cool, but I got like super nervous, and I was really awkward too. Because I'm like, oh, how? When he was about to leave, I'm like, oh, how did you know my name? Because he knew my name, and duh, he looked it up, the license plate number. Oh yeah, he also thought that, like, I was trying to break into the vehicle at first too. It's kind of stupid, because I think somebody saw that I came back another time to grab more stuff and assumed that I was like breaking in. I don't know, it's just really stupid. And I'm heading back right now, almost back to the vehicle. Get a couple more. These are apartments over here or something. There's like 4 of them there. I'll just pick any random one. And then got one last one here. I'll go with this box right there. God knew that people living in this gospel tract. Pray for them and everybody else. Alright, heading back to the van. All right, I'm gonna end the broadcast here right now, and I'll pray off camera. Nobody's watching right now, but I'll make this public, and people can play it back later. I know I didn't really talk too much about UFOs and stuff, but again, I really wanted you guys to see this, to have an idea of how to get the gospel out. Let's go to Parade the Gospel YouTube channel, and I've got over 300 videos there on how to do just this. So God bless you guys, and talk to you later.